Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm quickly just going to talk about my side and talk about my side until somebody comes with a question, then I'll try and help you out. But as you can see, I use my Wildcard chip in Matchday 5. I mean, my Matchday 3, and I use my Limitless chip in Matchday 5. Looks good. Turn that off. Right, so yeah, sorry. So this is how my side got in Matchday 6. 64 points, now on to 509, 9,000 in the world. This is how my side currently lines up. I've got Yamal that's suspended, and I've got Dan Burn that's got a bit of a red flag. I've seen that he's been training this week. Am I expecting him to start or play against PSV this weekend? I mean, this match day, I'm not too sure. Hopefully, we get an Eddie Howe press conference before the deadline at 3:30. I'm not too sure if we will get one. I've asked, and I've been searching on social media, so if anybody sees when the press conference is for Newcastle, let me know in the comment section, please. Hey FPL how you doing? I'm so relieved, FPL to be doing UEFA Champions League fantasy with 6 back-to-back red arrows in FPL. I'm happy to just have a look at my side and feel like I'm moving in the right direction with this game, because FPL it's tired me out, especially 6 red arrows when it's been deadlines every 3 days. It's been very gruesome. And this is my side for the days. So I've got 7 outfield players that play on, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 outfield players that play on Tuesday currently, and 7 that play on the Wednesday. Elisa, Yamal, Rashford, Kunde, Yilmaz and Burn on the Wednesday. I probably will sell Yamal because he's suspended. I probably will sell Burn as well. I'm not too sure about Burn. I'm thinking maybe do I just keep him until Matchday 8, but saying that, I'll probably just leave him on my bench. These are the transfers that I'm thinking potentially doing. Dan Burn, selling to Huyson, that he plays on the Tuesday, so I'll have extra player playing on the Tuesday. He's got a decent chance of keeping a clean sheet at home against Monaco. If not, going for some Wednesday players, Cucurella, James. I like both of them at home against Paphos. I'm just a little bit worried I'm wearing my Chelsea top. I didn't even know I was wearing my Chelsea top until I've just looked. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried what the lineup will be for Chelsea. We're very good at rotating, or worryingly, you never know who's going to start. And James started at the weekend. We've got Crystal Palace at the weekend. Will he rest Reece James and play somebody like Gusto that's been training? Or at Champong, will he start Hato at left back and give Cucurella a rest? And the last thing I want to do is buy somebody on a Wednesday, like Cucurella and James, and then I put them in my starting 11 for somebody that's got 1 or 2 points, and then they don't even start or play. So that's what's putting me off that one. I'm thinking just keep Dan Burn and have 3 transfers in Matchday 8 when I feel like some players might get rested. Estavo. I think he's got a good chance of starting FPL Hippie. Neto's played a lot recently, and I think it might be a good chance for him to rest him. And if he doesn't feel like playing Palmer, he could easily play Estavo in that position. It just depends how he's feeling. I think he does want to play him. Just illness that made him miss the weekend, which might helpful this game week, that he might start him. But yeah, Yamal suspending. I was thinking either Vinicius Junior, Palmer, or Rafinha. Vinicius Junior plays on Tuesday, as I said, with Huyson, so I do like that. And now they've changed manager, I think Vinicius Junior is just going to start and get a lot of chances, so it could be a good option to buy. Then there's Cole Palmer. I think they've got the best fixture this match day. I'm just not too sure who Cole Palmer plays. Does he play Enzo Fernandez a bit further forward and play Andre Santos? Does he play Estavo, as you say, FPL Hippie, and play and give Palmer a rest, and has him rested for Crystal Palace on the weekend. And then there's Rafinha. I really did like him and I was thinking about buying him, but he didn't play at the weekend. I know he trained yesterday, so he could easily start, but if they get 2 goals up, will they bring him off for the weekend themselves? So not too sure about Rafinha buying him for a Wednesday fixture. And then there's, do I sell Erling Haaland? And you're probably looking at me thinking, why are you thinking about selling Erling Haaland? But Pep said that Haaland's really tired. He brought him off against United when they were 2-0 down. Marmoush is back from the African Cup of Nations. A lot of predicted lineups are saying that Haaland won't start, and I don't think he will start. And I think in Matchday 8, City will be qualified as the top 8. So I don't think Haaland will play in Matchday 8 as well. So I'm thinking if he doesn't start this one, why not just sell him? And I think the best captaincy for Tuesday is Mbappe at home against Monaco. Even if he doesn't score, you expect him to get an assist. Came back and scored at the weekend. I know it was just a penalty, but Haaland's been in that form where he's not scored in the last 3 or 4 game weeks in FPL. And I think Pep will feel like it's the best chance to give him a rest before the weekend because they dropped points again. Well, yeah, they lost against United at the weekend, so they need to start winning every game. So I think Haaland might be rested, so I'm thinking maybe selling Haaland for Mbappe. I'm not taking a minus for Elmer. I've got 3 transfers. I rolled one last week, so I've got 3 transfers. So I'm either going to make 2 and sell Yamal for one of them midfielders, sell Haaland for one of them forwards, and then I'm not too sure on the defender. I'm thinking just roll. I'm thinking maybe I just roll it and have 3 for Matchday 8, because I'm thinking if Arsenal beat Inter Milan, or even if they don't, I think they've qualified as top 8 anyway. So I'm not too sure if Timber starts this game week or next game week. So if he doesn't start in Matchday 8 when they all start at the same time, I might have to sell Timber. I think Bayern Munich will win today and they'll be top 8. So in Matchday 8, will they rest Delisi and Kane? So I might need a transfer for them. And then, as I said, if I've bought Haaland, I've sold Haaland, I've got Mbappe. Real Madrid have won in Matchday 7. They could have qualified for the top 8 and they could be resting players in Matchday 8. So I might need 3 transfers in Matchday 8 to fix whoever's not starting. They all start at the same time, so I don't really need my bench, so it doesn't worry me that much, but I think I'd rather have 3 transfers and really attack it, because if Arsenal are at home against Karat in Matchday 8 and players like Gyökeres and Saka or Ben White start, I might go for Ben White instead of Timber, I might go for Gyökeres instead of Mbappe if he's not starting. So I'm thinking maybe roll the 3rd transfer, so I've got it for Matchday 8. And this is if I made the 2 transfers, Mbappe for Haaland, and then I can captain him. Like I said, I think Mbappe is the best captain for the Tuesday. And then selling the suspended Yamal for Palmer. I have looked at Rafinha, Yamal to Rafinha, Elmer, and maybe Firmin to Ratina. I've had Rashford the last couple of weeks. Last match day, I don't think he started. So I am a little bit worried about Rashford. He came off the bench at the weekend and scored or got an assist. I can't remember which one it was. So there is a little bit of me of a worry that Rashford might start this one with Yamal suspended and Firmin injured. But I think for Matchday 8, I'm still a little bit worried that he might not start in Matchday 8. But we'll have 2 transfers anyway, won't we? And we can use our bench. So it could be just 2 transfers. I like the Yamal. I think you definitely need you don't definitely need to sell Yamal. I think selling Yamal could be the best player, definitely, from into Vitina, Guirassy to Rashford. I think there's still a chance that Guirassy starts, is there not? Elmer, let me know in the comment section. I still think there's a chance that Guirassy starts, and they're away against Tottenham, and if Tottenham lose or go one goal behind, the stadium's just going to go all in on Thomas Frank, aren't they? So it might be a really good fixture for Guirassy. Tottenham are in terrible form, aren't they? And I won't be surprised if they concede. And if they concede, I won't be surprised if it's Guirassy. So I don't think I'd probably sell Guirassy. I think I'd probably sell Yamal and Firmin. How much have you got once you've sold Yamal to Rafinha? Have you got to go downgrade from Firmin to somebody around that price to get Vitina? I do like him. They're away against Sporting, aren't they? Then they're at home against Newcastle in Matchday 8, if I'm right. But anyway, let me know in the comment section. For Tuesday's fixtures anyway, Real Madrid have got the best chance of keeping a clean sheet. Well, they've got the best data, I think. Got the home fixture. They've got a really good chance of keeping a clean sheet and the second best chance of getting goals after City. But if Haaland doesn't start for City, what would the goal projections be? I think Real Madrid's will probably be better, a home fixture. So I do favour Mbappe as captain. There's Villarreal just behind them at home against Ajax. That could be a good fixture. I've got Vega on my side. PSG away against Sporting. The goal projections and the clean sheet odds aren't the greatest, but PSG have had some really hard fixtures in the Champions League and they still always do well, don't they? Then for the Wednesday's fixtures, Bayern Munich at the top at home against Union SG. They've got the best chance of getting goals, but I think the best match is Chelsea at home against Paphos, but the form that they've been in, Chelsea, as a Chelsea fan, I just don't know when sometimes who's gonna score at the moment, especially with a new manager. Palmer just looks a bit off it, and this is making me think, do I actually want to buy Cole Palmer? But the goal projections, I've already got Kane and Elise from Bayern Munich. If I don't get any Chelsea players when they're home against Paphos, they've got Napoli in Matchday 8, which isn't the easiest game away at Napoli, but they've got to win both matches to try and get top 8, so they're going to want to play the best team in Matchday 8, definitely. Barcelona just behind them. Got a good chance of clean sheet, good chance of getting goals. Newcastle, got Burnley my side at home against PSV. I hope he's fit. I'm going to have a look on Twitter in a bit with you all and see if we find any lineup news. Chelsea's press conference is at 3 o'clock, Rafinha. So I'm going to have a quick look and see what Rafinha says about Gusto, Estavo, Palmer, James, Cucurella. Because I might go for somebody like Gusto if he says he needs to rest James. If he says he doesn't want to start Palmer and he needs to rest him, then obviously I might go for Estavo like you guys. And this is a Limitless side that I built if you're using the chip. So if you don't want Donnarumma, you can get Courtois instead. That's the Tuesday other option that you can go for. But if you did do that, you'd probably have to. Well, you would have to sell one of Vinicius, Huijsen, or Mbappe. I'd probably sell Huijsen, and I'd probably get Rico Lewis. I know he's probably not got the best fixture and whatever, but Nunez is out injured. He's not travelled, so Rico Lewis should start for City. And yeah, I think I'd rather have more players playing on the Tuesday and then bring them out the side if they fail, if you know what I mean. If you pick like Kunde, then you've got more players playing on the Wednesday than you've got on the Tuesday. And if Grimaldo, Mendes, Foden, Vinicius, Haaland and Mbappe do well, you might not want to sub them out. So I think I'd rather go for a differential on the Tuesday with somebody like Rico Lewis or Huijsen, and then if he doesn't do well, you can take him out your side. I've seen a few predicted lineups on Phil Foden, probably not starting. I know he came off against United with a bit of a wrist injury. I don't think that'll stop him from starting, but I think maybe he might get a rest. So you could go for Cherky instead, or you could go for Anthony Gordon. But if you go for Anthony Gordon again, you've got a lot of players playing on the Wednesday, not many players playing on the Tuesday. If you're not too sure if Haaland's going to start and you feel like Marmoush might start, then you could go for Marmoush instead of him. Or instead of Haaland, you could go for Lewandowski. So that is my Limitless side if I was using it. So these are the fixtures for Matchday 7 and 8. If you've not got any chips left, these are probably the sides that I'll be looking for to buy from. The ones at the top, obviously, Bayern Munich got 2 good fixtures, but I think for Matchday 8, PSV, I think for Matchday 8, Bayern Munich might rest players for PSV. But saying that they're so far ahead, well, they're not so far ahead. I think they've got like a 5, 6, 7 point lead in Bundesliga that they might rest players in Matchday 8. Barcelona got some good fixtures at home against Copenhagen. So that's made me think maybe do I just go for Rafinha? He's definitely going to start with Yamal suspended, and he's got a good fixture in game week Matchday 8 as well. So maybe I don't go for Cole Palmer. Maybe I go for Rafinha instead. I just feel like it could be a massive differential, Cole Palmer. But have I been convinced? I've been looking and eyeing up getting Cole Palmer in FPL for weeks. I've had the money in the budget and I've never bought him just yet. I'm still not sure if I'm going to buy him even when I wildcard in Matchday game week 24. So buying Cole Palmer, not too sure. Not too sure on that. But yeah, Atalanta, Leverkusen have got some decent fixtures if you want to get onto them. Definitely there's some good Atalanta midfielders that you could get. Leverkusen, Grimaldo, as I've got him a Limitless side, is really attacking. He could do really well in the next 2 game weeks. He's on set pieces. Man City got decent fixtures at home against Galatasaray. Isn't the easiest when they've got Osimhen, so not too sure if I'll get a City player for both game weeks. I think I'd give them a miss because I think in Matchday 8 they would have qualified and rest players. Pep's definitely going to rest players when he can. Real Madrid just behind them. Benfica away. Matchday 8, I think maybe the rest players. Atletico Madrid could be a really good one to buy some players from. PSV as well. Liverpool could be really good to buy. In Matchday 8, if you still got your Limitless and you don't want to use it this Matchday, you could get players like Salah if he's doing well, Ekitike, Verts, Frimpong's playing a bit further forward on the right. He could be a really good option in Matchday 8. Chelsea, Cole Palmer, Reece James. If I buy them, that's why I'm thinking maybe I don't buy them, because if they don't start against Paphos and I'm frustrated that I've bought them and I've burnt one of my transfers, then in Matchday 8, they've got Napoli away, Newcastle, PSG away in the next match day. So that's what's making me think about selling Dan Burn, because if I don't sell Dan Burn this match day, I'm just going to sit him on my bench next match day, aren't I? So do I just make myself get a 15-man squad just in case? Because I could definitely get somebody. If I sell Yamal, I could have an extra Barcelona position, couldn't I? No, because I'm getting Rafinha potentially. Nah. Anyway, clean sheet odds. These are the clean sheet odds for the next 2 match days. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea at the top. Chelsea have got the best one for this match day, then followed by Bayern Munich. Match day 8, Arsenal have got the best one, but I think they'll rest a lot of players, so we will see once the lineup is out how confident we are that they're going to keep a clean sheet, because I think they will rest a lot of players in match day 8 once they've definitely qualified as the top 8. I wouldn't be surprised if they rest a few players in match day 7 away against Inter Milan. Barcelona have got 2 decent-ish odds of clean sheets. So if I didn't get Rafinha and I sold Jamal for Cole Palmer, I could get another Barcelona defender. Next is the goal projections for the next 2 game weeks. Arsenal haven't got a good one in Matchday 7, but Matchday 8, whoever's starting, when we find out the lineups, I think Arsenal could be really good. Barcelona got 2 good chances of getting goals, so I am starting to favour buying Rafinha. I was thinking about Cole Palmer, but I'm thinking Rafinha will definitely start in both games, maybe come off early in this match day, but I'm not going to be worried that he might not start. With Cole Palmer, I might be a little bit worried in the form that he's in, Cole Palmer. Then there's Real Madrid so far down there. Do I get Vinicius Junior, who's not been in the greatest form this season? I know they've changed manager and I'm a bit confident that he might start getting better, but I'm not too sure. City have got 2 good goal projections, but if Haaland isn't starting, as I said, and he rest players in Matchday 8, it might not be the greatest. But Liverpool in Matchday 8, really good chances. Atletico Madrid, players like Alvarez could be good in Matchday 8. Chelsea's goal projections in Matchday 8 is crap, so I've gone off the idea of getting Cole Palmer. These are the fixtures for Tuesday. I think City will win. I think nobody cares really about the Karat Club Brugge match as much. Oh, I'm glad I've reminded you about the deadline. To be honest, it's a crazy time to have a deadline. I would have loved it if Karat wasn't the early kickoff and City with the early kickoff, and we got the lineup of Marmoush, Shot, Haaland and Foden starting, and his Rico Lewis starting, his O'Reilly starting. I think if we got the City lineup, so let me think, 3:30, City lineup, 4:30. Yeah, it's well too early, isn't it? I was hoping that we could get the City lineup before deadline. That would be amazing. I think Inter versus Arsenal, I think every match, I'm confident that Arsenal probably will win. Inter have got Dumfries injured, Canaloglu's doubt. It just depends how much Arsenal rotate. I think Dortmund will win. I reckon Chalobah starts. Let me think. He started last match. Chalobah started last match, but we've got BlueSky back. And we've got Fofana, who didn't start last match. Tosin's got himself injured last game, so he won't start. So it's out of him, BlueSky and Fofana. I think Fofana will definitely start, and then it's out of Chalobah and BlueSky. I'm not too sure if Chalobah will start. I'll be honest. When I recorded my video a couple of days ago, Chalobah was on my transfer targets list, and that's why he's been taken off, because I'm not too sure if Chalobah starts. I think he might feel like it's the perfect one to rest him in. Sporting versus PSG, you expect PSG to win. You expect Real Madrid to win. You expect Napoli to win. So here are the Tuesday's captaincy rankings and the goal projections. City have got the best goal projections, but I'm not too sure if Haaland starts. I'll put him second anyway because he's away from home. I'm not too sure he plays the full 90 minutes. I expect even if Haaland starts, the max we're going to get out of him is 60 minutes. Then he's going to bring him off and bring on an attacking midfielder and play Marmoush up front. Or definitely we won't see 90 minutes from Haaland, no matter what the score is, I don't think. If he's not starting and playing the full 90 minutes when he's 2-0 down against United, then can't see him starting and playing the full 90 minutes against Bordeaux game when they're probably 2 or 3-0 up by that point. So I've gone with Mbappe as number 1 captain. I put Vinicius as 3rd, but you could go for somebody like Dembele if you got him in your side. But I think I'd captain Mbappe this match day on Tuesday. Wednesday's fixtures, I make. To see your favourite Lewis team. That's fun. Oh God. Yeah, I'll show you my Limitless slide now. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button and it went off. So this is what my Limitless side would be, Jimmy. I'm not too sure on Phil Foden. That's one that you could change. I'm not too sure if Phil Foden starts. So you could go for somebody like Cherky. You could go for somebody like Gordon. Both decent options. Instead of Hoyson, you could go for Lewis, Kunde, or Achimpong. If you don't like Donnarumma, you can get Courtois. But obviously, you have to get rid of one of your Real Madrid players. If you don't like No, you can get Sanchez instead. But then you'd have to sell one of your Chelsea players in Palmer, James, or Cucurella. And then if you don't think that Haaland's going to start, you could get Marmoush or Lewandowski. I'd definitely keep Mbappe and Kane. Them two are the standout captaincies for Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't think I'll be changing it. It'll be Haaland, Mbappe captain for me, and then I've spoiled the news, but yeah, Wednesday's captain would be Harry Kane. I've got Palmer there, but as I've been on live stream, I think I'm favouring Rafinha. Just because I think he's more assured of starting and playing for longer. I know he didn't play at the weekend, but Cole Palmer has been playing a lot, and I think he will come off around the 60th minute when we're 2 or 3-0 up. So that's that. Few suspensions just in case you've got some players in your side. So for Tuesday's fixtures, Bernardo Silva, Carrares, Hernandez are suspended, and then all the ones in green, I think maybe some people have got them in the side. So if you've got O'Reilly, Rice, Nuno Mendes, Van der Ven's actually suspended, I think. That should be a red. Adeyemi, Renato Vega, I've got him in my side. If he picks up a yellow card, then they'll be suspended for Matchday 8. Same for the Wednesday's fixtures. Batalke, Lema, Sarabri, and Yamal that I'm going to be selling are all suspended. Then there's players like Fermin Lopez, Otamendi, Cambiasso, and Darun that one yellow card from being suspended. And then finally, injuries. I've put some players that I think managers might have in the side. So we've got Gvardiol, Diaz, Ruben, and Nunes that are just injured for City. Kanahoglu, Dumfries injured for Inter. Calafiori injured for Arsenal. Trent, Mendy, Rodrigo injured for Real Madrid. Quenda, Goncalves injured for Sporting. Hakimi, not too sure if he'll play after the African Cup of Nations on Sunday. And then losing, probably just give him a few days to get back in the right frame of mind. Kudus, Vlahovic injured for Juventus. Dan Burn, training the last week. I've got him in my side. I'm going to have a quick look on social media in the next 10 minutes just to see if I can find anything on Dan Burn, Chelsea players, when the press conferences are. Isaac injured for Liverpool. If you got him on your side, obviously sell him. Ferran Torres injured for Barcelona. Pedro is a doubt. Yeah, I'm not sure if he starts. I'm not sure if Cole Palmer starts this week because it's Paphos. We're at home against Paphos. We definitely need to win, but will he feel the way Chelsea have rotated over the last 5 or 6 weeks? This could be the perfect time to rest Cole Palmer. So this is my side. Dan Burn, Yamal. I think it's out of these. I don't think I will go for a Barcelona defender. There was a bit rubbish last match day at Barcelona. Did they concede like 2 or 3 goals, or was that match day 5? Just not sure if Cucurella or James start. If I buy them, then they've got Napoli match day 8. Will I just feel like, why did I do that? Would I not just see what happens with Dan Burn, leave him on my bench, and then in match day 8 have an extra transfer? Or do I change my transfer plan and sell somebody else? I don't want to sell Rashford, even though... No, I don't want to sell Rashford. Don't want to sell Kane, Elise, so maybe match day 8. Don't want to sell McTominay. He's got games that he needs to win. This game week's good. Don't want to sell Yilmaz, just because it's very cheap and budget. I don't want to use one of my transfers. I did think about selling DeMarco, but they've got something to play for. They're at home against... I think they're away against Dortmund in match day 8. But I can just sit him on my bench. Don't want to sell Vega. Might sell him in match day 8 or bench him if he's suspended. Don't think there's anybody else that I would actually want to sell. Timber, could sell Timber. I just don't really want to use a transfer on a defender, because I ideally want players that play on the Tuesday, because I want to be able to use my bench or use my 2 subs if Dan Burn isn't fit. But if I sell Yamal, I'll have an extra player for the Tuesday. No, I'll have Wednesday, because I think I'm going to get Rafinha. So I'd still have 7 players. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 outfield players playing on the Wednesday. So I need somebody for Tuesday, but the Tuesday's defenders don't give me that much hope. Rico Lewis might get rested and might not play in match day 8 when Nunes is back. Huyson might not play in match day 8. Not too sure. They keep a clean sheet in both of them. So I'd have to buy a Wednesday's player and then have 8 outfield players for the Wednesday. I don't really want to do that. So I'm thinking just keeping Dan Burn even if he's injured, and then just sitting him on my bench in match day 8 if he's not fit. Suspended Vega. Timber might not start. Elise might not start. Mbappe might not start. Harry Kane might not start in match day 8. So I think I'd rather have 3 transfers in match day 8 to be able to just get 3 players that I think are going to do well. Because that's a lot of money that you're sitting on your bench if they don't start. Because in match day 8, I'll probably drop DeMarco, Vega. Anyway, I'm going to quickly go over to Twitter and see if we get any updates. So deadline's 40 minutes away. Nothing really. I'm going to have a quick look. Let me know if you know. Let me know if you need my transfer advice, and I'll have a quick look while I'm on here. My thoughts are Rafinha or Vinicius. Rafinha or Vinicius. I get an extra player for Tuesday if I get Vinicius Jr. How much is he on? By 18%. Rafinha. Vinicius. 9%. What's he done? Let's have a look. I know he didn't start much with Alonso as manager. 27 minutes, 70 minutes, 84 minutes, 90 minutes, 89 minutes. Full match. Clean sheet bonus. So he's got 1 assist, 3 assists. He's got 3 assists, no goals. Rafinha's just, well, last season he was just in red hot form, wasn't he? Not too sure about him this season. He's had a few injuries, hasn't he? So he's not played then. Didn't play. Chelsea. Played 28 minutes. If anybody knows anything about Barcelona, what do we think about Rafinha's minutes? I'm going to have a quick look on that. Let's have a look at Rafinha's minutes this season. Not too sure what I'm doing yet, talking ball. I'm weighing up the options of Rafinha or Vinicius Jr. Don't think I'm going to sell Dan Burn, he's been training. I think I'm just going to leave him. I'm 99% sure I'm going to sell Haaland for Mbappe and captain Mbappe. I know it's not great selling Haaland, but I don't think he'll start or play the full 90 minutes, and I don't think he'll play in Matchday 8. So I'm happy to take a risk on that, and I don't want to have a Matchday not having a Mbappe. I think Mbappe's more likely to score and stuff, so I'd rather have Mbappe and risk it with not having Haaland this match day. Let me have a look at Mbappe's minutes in the league. Not starting, and we're not playing the full 90 minutes a lot, is he? So I don't think he's going to dead leg. I don't think he's going to play the full 90 minutes, is he? Like, look, he's had one. He's played 3 full 90 minutes. He's played 3 full 90 minutes this season. That doesn't give me confidence of buying him, especially when he didn't play at the weekend. I know it was only a dead leg, but if he wasn't even in the matchday squad for him to play the full 90 minutes, this one. Let's have a look at Cole Palmer. And I already know a lot of it because I'm obviously a Chelsea fan, so I watch it, but he's been playing a lot. So is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I know he's not scoring many. 5 goals. 1 goal in the Champions League. So he's played 90. He came off injured, and then he came off injured again, I think. Came off the bench, started. So he's not playing full 90 minutes himself, is he? I'm not. The thing that could be good. I don't know why it's not working. Got no server. One last try and then I'm going to give it a miss if it doesn't. Right. Just have a quick look at Real Madrid and see Vinicius. The thing that's making me think maybe Vinicius is he probably will play the full 90 minutes. He plays on a Tuesday, so that's an extra outfield play playing on the Tuesday. Been doing a lot better goals and assists wise than Palmer has. And he's been playing a lot of minutes, even though he wasn't in favour as much under Alonso, there was a little bit of a uncertainty with him. So if I went with Vinicius, it'd give me an extra player. It just means I'm going very heavy. Well, not heavy, but heavier on Real Madrid. And then I could, because I've got 2 Tuesdays players, let's go on to dates. I don't care about price. I've got loads of it. I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 players playing, outfield players playing on the Tuesday. Not expecting too much from DiMarco, Timber, Vega. So I can, or Marino, to be honest, that play on a Tuesday. So maybe I do actually just get a Wednesday. Because I don't think Vega, Timber, DiMarco, Marino. Well, Timber could do well. DiMarco could do alright. Not expecting much from Vega or Marino, so I could bench them. I'm happy to just leave Yilmaz on the bench. And I could get somebody for the Tuesday. For the Wednesday. I could get somebody like... I'm just not sure on Reece James. Because Gusto's been out with illness, but he's been training today. So I won't be surprised if Gusto plays this one. So it doesn't make me want to... We've got Gusto, we've got Josh Hatchingbong. James could easily get a rest against Paphos at home and play against Crystal Palace at the weekend. Cucurella could easily get a rest and Hato could start. Saying that Cucurella didn't play in a few of the cup matches. I think there's more chance that Cucurella starts. I don't think he'll get us further forward. I think the right side will get further forward. Bloody hell, I'm still not even sure. Chelsea press conference starting in a minute. I'm hoping there's some type of press conference with Newcastle. If you're watching, hit the like button. Let's try and get 10 likes if it isn't on 10 likes. Not too sure how to check. What have I done here now? Sorry, I play FPL, so there's a lot of FPL content as well. Tammy Abraham to Aston Villa. Half an hour to deadline. I don't really need to show you the Karat side, do I? I don't think anybody's got anybody from Club Brugge or Karat in the side, so I don't think I even need to bother looking at it. They've gone Jude Bellingham as best captaincy. Do I go for Jude Bellingham instead of Vinicius? Rafinha, they've gone for Enzo Fernandez. I don't know what to do. It's getting closer to deadline and I still don't know what to do. I'm going to see what Racine... I hope he's not late for this press conference and he starts doing press conference about 15:15. Chelsea press conferences are always late. Don't need this with a deadline. I think I'm favouring Mbappe, Haaland to Mbappe and Yamal to Rafinha and staying with Barcelona because Matchday 8 Barcelona plays. We've got a good fixture as well. So if he doesn't do well in Matchday 7 and Cole Palmer does well in Matchday 7, I think I'll be able to outscore him over 2 Matchdays. Even as a Chelsea fan, I think Rafinha will probably outscore him over 2 Matchdays. So I think I'm favouring Rafinha. Or is it Vinicius Jr. that plays all the time? Get in the comment section and let me know what you think. So I just quickly say, once this Matchday 8 is over and the league stages is over, teams from 9 to... bloody hell, I can't remember. Well, they play the playoffs. So we'll be able to change our side completely. So don't think about anything like, oh, they're going to get through, whatever. Ignore all that. Once we get to the playoffs, we can build a side for the first and second leg. And then once we get to the round of 16, we get another change of squad. So no transfers. Don't worry about transfers rolling any over. So in Matchday 8, I think everybody will be using 2 to bolster the squad, or 3 if they've rolled 1, or using the Limitless or Wildcard. I think if I had a Limitless chip, I'd be using it this match day. I had a look at it for Matchday 8, but there's right now it's uncertain who will be in the top 8 and qualify for the top 8, where they'll start rotating, so it's a bit hard. But there's teams like Arsenal against PYAiuT that you'd go for, but I can't really say with 100% confidence who'd start for Arsenal. Deadline stream for Matchday 8 next weekend is going to be fun, because we're going to get all the lineups. Everybody kicks off at the same time, so we'll know exactly all the lineups. I'll be doing all the lineups, so we can kind of think about who we're going to buy and who we're going to sell to make a best 11. That's all you really need to know about in Matchday 8. The bench is basically useless, because anybody that you pick in your starting 11, you probably know that they're going to be starting before deadline, because we'll get the lineups of everybody. So we'll know who's going to be starting. You probably start everybody that's starting anyway. So Matchday 8, your bench is basically useless. So you're only thinking about 11 players. So having a 1 or 2 casualties in Matchday 8, that's why I'm thinking about like people like Dan Burn. Do I just keep him? I know he's got PSV, but he can just sit on my bench in Matchday 8. Yilmaz, he's got Man City. I know it's a crap game, but in Matchday 8, I can just sit him on my bench. Do I need to use a transfer? Marino probably won't start this one, but at home against PYAiuT, I think he'll do really well. I think he definitely will start. At home against Chelsea, as a Chelsea fan, I'm just keeping him just because saves my stress levels if he does well on Champions League. Gives me one little bit of less thing to worry about. Away against PSV, which is a really good game for Bayern Munich, but I think they'll be top 8 and rest players, so I think I'll be probably having to sell some of these players. Kane, Mbappe, Vinicius, Elise, because they might get rested in Matchday 8. So I'm thinking maybe rolling my transfer on Dan Burn, and then I can fix players, because I think maybe Timber will get rested against PYAiuT. If he doesn't start in Matchday 7, this one, then I can just sub him out, because he plays on the Tuesday anyway. So I'm happy to keep him this match day. Best Limitless side. Let me go back to this. That's not the Limitless side. This is the best Limitless side that... bloody hell, where is it? This is the Limitless side that I've built, Juan. It all depends on what you're feeling like, though. So instead of Donnarumma, you could get Courtois instead of him. It's either him or him, one or the other. So you've got one goalkeeper playing on the Tuesday. If he doesn't keep a clean sheet, then you can swap him out for the player that plays on the Wednesday, the goalkeeper. If you don't like, no, you can get Sanchez instead. The defence, I'd probably keep Grimaldo, Mendes. Then it's a toss-up out of Huijsen, James, Cucurella. If you're not too sure if they're going to start, you could probably just not get Neuer and get Sanchez in goal, and then get Upamecano instead of one of James or Cucurella. You could get Koundé instead of one of them as well, and not get any Chelsea defenders. If you don't fancy Huyson, you can get Rico Lewis. He'll definitely start this match day with Nunes not travelling. Not too sure about Phil Foden now, as after I've done the graphic. I'm not too sure if Phil Foden starts this match day, so maybe you go for Cherky or Anthony Gordon. The only thing about Anthony Gordon is you're getting an extra player that plays on the Wednesday as an outfield player, so you've got less chance of using your bench, or you might have to bench players with good points just to use your bench to bring in somebody that's really, really good. If you're not too sure if Haaland's going to start, I'm not too sure if you're going to start, you can get Marmoush or Lewandowski. So that is basically the Limitless draft I'd pick. If I was doing it, I'd probably get rid of Phil Foden, I'd probably get Cherky. And I'd probably get rid of... and at Limitless, do you get rid of Haaland? Because you've got an unlimited budget. Depends if you think Haaland's going to start. If you don't think Haaland's going to start, then get rid of him and get Marmoush or Lewandowski. But if you think he's going to start and you don't want to have that worry, pick Haaland. And then if he doesn't start or doesn't do that well, at least you can bring your players off your bench that are really good, like Rafinha, James, Cucurella. Maybe I wouldn't start. Maybe I wouldn't get double Chelsea defence. Maybe I'd get one of Koundé or Upamecano, just so you're a little bit less stressed that they're not going to start, even though I think they're good chance of keeping a clean sheet. So that is the best Limitless side. And we go back to Twitter. Sorry, apologies for that. I'm going to just quickly see what the updates on Chelsea is. Have a look. Let's have a look and see what Rafinha said. And then we will start locking in my side because there's only 20 minutes to go. I just want to see what he says with Cole Palmer. Enzo Fernandez was ill yesterday, missed training. Stavo has been back in. Gittins is back in. Gusto is back. There's a few costs. It's about making sure the players are right for the game. I'm going off the idea of buying Chelsea even though we're at home against Paphos. I don't think we'll have any more. None of those lads are 100%. It's a bad illness, so we'll make a decision tomorrow. FBL Hippie, if you're around, so Gusto and Estavo missed the weekend with illness, and Rafinha said none of those lads 100%. Gittins missed that as well. So is there a bigger chance that Cole Palmer plays a lot of time? Yes, but does he play the full 90 minutes? I'm not too sure. So Wednesday's player. Oh God, it's getting closer, and I still can't make my side up, my decision up of Rafinha, Palmer, or Vinicius Junior. Get in the comment section and let me know what you'd do. Would you buy Rafinha, Vinicius Junior? Oh, I think I can do a poll. That might be easier. Start poll. Rafinha, Palmer. I've got Mbappe in my side. Do I need to double up on Real Madrid? Gonna lock in my side at quarter past. You see what else has been said with Chelsea. His hamstring were out for the next weeks. Okay, that's like we're done with that. It will be optimal and great to top 8 finish. You want those training days. I want more days training. Okay, but its most important thing is getting through. PYAiuT is not quite easy. They can still qualify. So he's a little bit worried. He wants to win. Does that mean he plays Palmer? Is Palmer okay? Or is he suffering from illness? Fucking I don't know. Okay, now getting close to deadline. Start looking at your sides. I'm going to start looking at my side. Try and blocking. Well, I know definitely that I'm selling Haaland for Mbappe. Will I regret selling Haaland? He's got Haaland in his side. Vinicius, Palmer, Rafinha. Vinicius, Palmer, Rafinha. Vinicius, Palmer, Rafinha. So nobody's voted for Palmer, Rafinha and Vinicius is 50-50. That doesn't help. Vinicius plays more minutes. Vinicius probably won't do as well in Matchday 8 and might not get rest. Right, I'm going to go for Rafinha. I think he's got a better match in Matchday 8 where I'm confident. If he doesn't do well this Matchday, at least he's got Matchday 8 to recover. Buying Palmer or Vinicius is not optimal for both Matchdays. So I'm going to go for Rafinha and Mbappe. So let's start locking in my side. I'm going to go for Rafinha. Then at least I can sit back as a Chelsea fan. If Palmer does well, great. I'm at 9k rank that I don't need to risk it too much. Now the question is, do I sell Dan Burn and get another player? Because I don't think Marino's going to do that well. I'm happy to just sit him on my bench. Not too sure on these ones. So if two of them don't do that well, McTominay. Do I just use my transfer this one? I'm getting somebody that I think is going to do really well, but saying that, it's the Tuesday's players in Rico, Lewis or Huyson. Both of them haven't. I'm not too sure they play Matchday 8. And then it's buying Chelsea players, which I'm not convinced they're going to start. So I think I might just roll, hope that Dan Burn's fit, sit him on my bench. If he comes on, great. If he doesn't, because at home against PSV, I won't know his lineup until deadline. Let me know. Well, the vote is more Rafinha, so at least you've helped me decide on that one. Nobody's picked Cole Palmer, so it's just me, probably my Chelsea buyers, thinking Cole Palmer was a good one. I'm going to ask you one more question and end that one because I'm done with that. And the question is it wise to sell Haaland this match day? Because I think Pep said that Haaland needs a rest and whatever, and Marmoush is back from African Cup of Nations, so I think Haaland will get rested this match day because it's a bit of a cold one as well. Or he plays 60 minutes max and then he comes off, but he can easily get a hat trick in that time. And then in match day, I think they'll be top 8, so I think he'll be rested. So I'm thinking selling him, but I'm going to give you 5 seconds, well, 10 more seconds to vote, and then I'm going to make up my mind. So 50-50. Selling is wise, yes. Selling him wise, no. I know it's Erling Haaland, but he's been in some bad form in FPL. Will he turn that around in Champions League? Probably. But if I don't sell Haaland, then I don't have Mbappe. So I can't have Mbappe at home against Monaco and captain him. I think he's the best captaincy choice. Remember, deadline is in like 10 minutes, so get ready to lock in your sides. If you need my help before deadline on Limitless chip, captaincy rankings, who you should sell, who you should buy, get in the comment section and let me know, and I'll try and help you out. But I think this is 99% locked in as my tide now. I'm just going to quickly go back over to social media. I don't know when Newcastle's press conference is because I was hoping Enzo Fernandez is the latest player to miss out for Paphos. So if Enzo Fernandez is out, that means that Cole Palmer is going to play the 10 most likely. Andre Santos play with Caicedo. Home against Paphos, Cole Palmer. No, not going to do it. Just because of Napoli away in Matchday 8 and he's not been in great form. So I'm going to go Rafinha, even though he's not been in the greatest form as well, Rafinha. Vinicius. Okay, so you think it's wise to sell Haaland, which is good, means I'm not going crazy. So you've told me to buy Rafinha instead of Vinicius, and you've told me I'm not crazy selling Haaland for Mbappe. So that is my side, I think. I'll lock it in a couple of minutes, but I'm pretty certain it is that. Unless something just pops up. I'm going to lock it in at like 27 just to be sure that you can see my side before deadline, and you can sort your side out if you're thinking about doing transfers that I'm doing, but I don't think I'll change it. I'm just hoping that we might get like one bit of update that someone will be injured. I mean, like Newcastle, that Dan Burns back. But I'm not going to sell him anyway, am I? So I don't really need to wait, do I? I don't need to wait. Just before I do, I'll leave this on, just in case somebody comes and wants to know what a Limitless side would look like. Ignore Foden. I probably won't get full Foden now. Probably get Cherky or Gordon. Just because I'm not too sure if Foden starts. And then Haaland, if you're not too sure if he starts, you can get Marmoush or Lewandowski. And then if you're not too sure on the Chelsea defenders, you can get Koundé and Upamecano instead of them. I think I'd do that. I think I'll get Koundé and Upamecano and be confident they're going to start, because if you bring them off your bench on Wednesday, at least you're not stressed that they're starting or not. So I think I'd do that. I think I'd get Upamecano and Koundé. Saying that, I don't think you'll be able to get Upamecano because of having too many Bayern Munich players. So you'd have to sell Neuer and get Sanchez in goal. That could be better. Sanchez in goal, because he should definitely start. Good chance of keeping a clean sheet. And then you get Upamecano instead of Cucurella. Time to look in our side. So, I have 5 seconds on social media just to see if there's any type of update from Newcastle. Don't think there will be. Timber and Rice predicting not to start. This is why I was worried about Timber. So I've got go back to my side. 5 minutes to deadline. I need to sort my side out quickly. So if Timber's not going to start, Dan Burn's not going to play, Marino's not going to play. It's not looking great, my side. Do I really want to roll my transfer? If I make a transfer and sell Timber, I'm going to probably buy somebody for a Wednesday, then I'll have too many players for that. It says that Marino's likely to start on here. So at least I'm not as worried about that. Timber. I'm not too sure. But saying that, if he's not going to play Matchday 8 Timber, is it not better to just sell him now? Is away against, say, Inter Milan. Who could we get? This is frantic. Look at me, I'll relax, and then I've seen a predicted lineup and I'm going crazy. Right. Players that play on the Tuesday. Barcelona playing the Wednesday. City, 2 good fixtures. Rico Lewis. Do I go for Rico Lewis? Fuck it. I'm going for Rico Lewis. I'm changing my mind. If Timber isn't going to play this one, he's going to play Matchday 8 against PYAiuT. Sell him now, get somebody that's going to play this one definitely. And he should play Matchday 8 because they're resting players. So this is my side. Brought Rico Lewis in, Rafinha in. I'm going to review my transfers quickly. Sorry, my alarm went off. Just to remind me that the deadline is very, very soon. Date. Double check your dates. Make sure you got all your 21st players on the bench. So Rico Lewis definitely should start with Nunes. Not travelling. And then at home against Galatasaray, Matchday 8. I've done it now anyway. But that is my side. Get in the comment section if you let me know if you need my advice before deadline. Good luck in Matchday 8, by the way. 509 points. There's one thing that I want to quickly show you once the deadline's passed. We've got 2 more minutes, so get in the comment section, let me know if you need my advice. But with Timber likely not starting, I know that's just a predicted lineup, but when I started to quickly think about it, if Timber doesn't start in Matchday 8 against Inter Milan, then at home against PYAiuT, he's probably not going to start in that one when they've already qualified. He'll definitely start White in that one, so I can get an Arsenal defender when we get the lineup in Matchday 8. So I don't really need an Arsenal defender for Matchday 7 away against Inter Milan. Hopefully Rico Lewis can match him. So that is my side. You're probably seeing this and it's probably deadline gone, because it's a bit delayed. But hopefully not. But that is my side. Hopefully another green arrow. I know a lot of managers will probably Limitless chip in, so they'll probably have Haaland up front, so I'm worried about Haaland. They'll probably have Palmer, Vinicius Jr. Is Palmer going to play? I think so. Bonanote's gone to Leeds on loan. Fernandez looks like he's ill, so there's only Estavo, but Rossini said that he's not 100%. I'm just not too sure on Cole Palmer, just because they've got Napoli in Matchday 8 away. So I think Rafinha's just probably better for the 2 match days, but it depends if you're on a Limitless. If you're on a Limitless, definitely get Cole Palmer. If you're not, maybe you go for someone like Rafinha or Vinicius Jr. Any news? Gusto. But I think by the time you've seen this or listened to this, it's locked, because as you can see on my screen, my side's locked in now. So that is my side, but I just wanted to quickly, before I finish, go to leagues and see if any of you, I don't know why, I don't get that one. What's a neutral and what's a world? Like, how, I don't even know what a neutral is. But this is my mini league. If you're in this top 10, congrats. Get in the comment section or follow me on social media and I'll send you the mini league code so you can join. But everybody join, because it'll be fun to see. But if you go to overview, I can't remember how to do it no more. few points. No, it's not that. Oh, bollocks. I'll remember it for next time. But there's something that you can do, and it tells you like what you've done to the average of everybody else. But that is it. My team is there. I'm worried about Haaland. I'm worried about Cole Palmer, Vinicius Jr. I'm worried about the Chelsea defenders because I think Chelsea will keep a clean sheet. It's just who's going to start as a Chelsea fan. So many options. So many unknowns. Fofana and Badiashile could easily play centre-back. Hasso, Gusto could easily play the full-back positions. Gustavo could easily play in the number 10 and Palmer could be on the bench. Who knows who plays on the wing? Who knows who plays up front? So, that is my side. I'm going to sign off. I'll try and do a deadline stream tomorrow. Just quickly one, like 10-15 minutes before deadline. So if you're still here, come back tomorrow. We'll discuss how many points we've got, who we're going to captain, how we're going to change our captain, who we're going to change off the bench, how we're going to take somebody out that's got 0 points or not done that well. Hopefully, I don't need to change my captain because Mbappe's done really well and Haaland's blanked. And hopefully Rico Lewis has kept a clean sheet and got an attacking return. We will see. But I'm going to sign off. Thank everybody that's joined. Hit that like button before we finish. I need to start doing some FPL content for tomorrow. So, yeah, I need to sign off and start recording. But thank everybody that's joined. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've not subscribed. Thank you. Good luck in Matchday 7. And I'll see you tomorrow for a quick deadline stream of what I'm going to do, what help you out if you need my help, of who you should sell, who you should captain, etc. And not sell, who you should bench, whatever. But yeah, see you later.